Most people think that the side effects of insomnia just involve feeling tired or irritable. But what if I told you that there are 5 hidden side effects of insomnia that most people and even some doctors may ignore? Side effect number 4 genuinely shocked me when I first learned about it. But let's start off with the weirdest side effect that almost no one talks about, and it can really affect so many people. Side effect number 1. Scientists at the University of California, Berkeley, found that sleep deprivation deactivates the brain's natural pain relief circuitry. The part of your brain that normally acts like an internal painkiller, the prefrontal cortex, becomes less active when you're sleep deprived, while the regions that process pain signals become more active. The result? Your pain threshold drops. So things that would normally become manageable become genuinely harder to bear. And that's what makes this particularly cruel. People with chronic pain often can't sleep because of that pain. But the insomnia then makes that pain more intense the next day, which makes it even harder to sleep the following night. It's a cycle that feeds itself, and most people have no idea their sleep is making their pain worse. Now, some research describes sleep as the body's most powerful natural painkiller. And yet it's something that some doctors may forget to ask about. So yes, potentially your chronic pain could be a side effect of insomnia, but do get this checked out by a doctor, of course. Now, this next symptom happens completely without your body's knowledge or consent. Side effect number 2. This next one is genuinely alarming, and I mean that, and it's called a microsleep. When you're severely sleep deprived, your brain will literally force itself offline without your permission for anywhere between 2 and 15 seconds at a time. You won't know it's happening. You'll just blank. 1 second you're awake, and the next, you've lost time. Now, if you're sitting on a sofa, not a big deal. But what happens if you're driving or operating heavy machinery, or even just crossing a road? Microsleeps are genuinely dangerous, and driver fatigue, which microsleeps are a central part of, are estimated to contribute up to 20% of road incidents globally. And the terrifying part is people who experience microsleeps often believe they're perfectly alert. Doesn't sound too good, does it? So if you've ever caught yourself losing a few seconds and not quite knowing where you were, that could be a microsleep. And that's your brain sending you a very clear distress signal. Now, if you thought your brain shutting off without warning is disturbing, wait until you hear about this next side effect. Side effect number 3. Now, most people know that sleep deprivation affects memory, but here's what they don't tell you. It doesn't just weaken your memory, it can actually create false ones. Sleep is when your brain consolidates memories. It's the filing system. When that process is disrupted night after night, your brain starts making errors, starts filling in gaps. Research published in the Journal of Psychological Science found that sleep-deprived participants were significantly more likely to recall events that never actually happened. Think about what that means. You might be genuinely remember a conversation going a certain way, and it didn't go that way. You might feel certain someone told you something, and they never did. You might even feel like you did a task that you actually didn't complete. Believe it or not, this can cause real problems in relationships and at work, and the person with insomnia often has no idea that their memory isn't reliable. Now, this next side effect is the one that genuinely stopped me in my tracks the first time I came across the research. Side effect number 4. Now, this side effect is the one that genuinely surprised me, and it has everything to do with your hunger hormones. When you don't sleep enough, your body ramps up cortisol, your stress hormone, and chronic cortisol spikes signal your body to store more fat, particularly around the abdomen. But it gets worse. Insomnia disrupts 2 key hunger hormones: leptin, which tells you you're full, and ghrelin, which tells you you're hungry. Sleep deprivation reduces leptin and increases ghrelin at the same time, so you feel hungrier and you feel less full, and your body is storing more fat. You could be eating the same as you always have and still gain weight. Certainly for me, when I've been really sleep deprived and tired, I've found that I crave more high carb and high sugar foods, and I tend to eat more. And I think this is because the brain feels energy deprived and tries to overcompensate with more calories, especially fast-acting ones like sugar. So it's no wonder that researchers found that there's an association between obesity and sleep deprivation. Now, this last side effect has long-term consequences that most people don't connect to their sleep until it's far, far too late. Side effect number 5. Research cited by sleep scientist Matthew Walker shows that just one night of sleeping 4 to 6 hours rather than 8 can reduce your natural killer cell activity. So these are the cells that fight viruses and even cancerous cells, and it would be reduced by as much as 70%. 70% reduction from one bad night. So if you're someone who gets ill constantly, colds, infections, feeling run down, then chronic insomnia might be a significant contributing factor that's being completely overlooked. And the longer-term implications? Sustained immune suppression from chronic insomnia has been linked to increased risk of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. These are serious long-term consequences of something many people just dismiss as a bit of trouble of sleeping. Now, I'm curious, which of these side effects have you experienced? Please let me know in the comments below, because you're probably not alone and it could really help someone else feel less alone too. If you are struggling with sleep, please don't dismiss it as minor. It has a profound knock-on effect on your mental and physical health, so please go and see a doctor or therapist. And if you are struggling with anxiety or insomnia, you might want to check out my anxiety support page, which has resources dedicated to helping you to relax and sleep deeper and longer. Now, if you want to hear about some powerful hidden strategies for reducing anxiety that no one tells you about, then click this video here. And remember, this video is not a replacement for psychiatric or medical diagnosis, treatment, or advice.